The name Prosperity7 has a very interesting story. In the early 1930s, a number of entrepreneurs and explorers came to this part of the world in search for oil. As you can imagine, drilling a well back then was a lot more difficult than it is today. It took a lot more energy, time, and resources. Unfortunately, that endeavor did not yield anything. So the team continued on looking for more sites until they reached the Well 7. That well was the beginning of prosperity to this nation and to the world. We want to work with everybody in the ecosystem, whether it's funds, entrepreneurs, innovators. We are there to collaborate with everyone, not to compete with anybody.
Ten years ago, we established our own venture capital program called SAVE, Saudi Aramco Energy Ventures, that scouts for startups and technologies to generate strategic value for the company. Building on that success, we have launched Prosperity7. Prosperity7 is a $1 billion fund that invests in technologies beyond the typical energy sector in areas like fintech, medtech, edtech, and others. Companies like Facebook, Google, Amazon, and the rest that are well known today started from the venture capital world.
P7 is largely focused on two markets, the US and China, because we believe that most of the disruptive innovation over the coming years will be coming from these two geos. China in particular has emerged as a second hub for both venture activity as well as innovation. Given our mission to invest in the most disruptive innovation and technologies in the world, you really can't be in one and not the other. There are going to be some areas where the US will lead, and there will be others, including areas like AI, robotics, blockchain, where China has comparative advantages and will likely or is already leading. So through our affiliation with Aramco, we have potential access to a broad range of assets. And these are made broader when you consider the projects in Saudi Arabia under the Vision 2030 umbrella. These provide a basis to help companies land their solutions, develop product market fit, and potentially land reference wins, and can be a real source of differentiation.
The United States is the largest market, both on the consumer side and the enterprise side. It has also been a center of innovation for technology for the better part of 75 years. And within a stone's throw of where we are here in Palo Alto, you have the offices of Meta, Google, Apple, a number of other companies that are clearly iconic technology leaders. It is also the center of many of the greatest technology investors in the history of venture capital. And so it's very important for us to be here, to develop a footprint here, and to invest in some of the great innovations coming out of this ecosystem. Prosperity7 as a platform is quite unique. We have a long-term time horizon in terms of the types of investments that we can look at. I love the progressive forward thinking of our team and how we look at opportunities and how we really focus on truly disruptive technology innovations, companies that we'll be talking about for the next 20 years, not just the next 2 years. That is really part of the fabric of Prosperity7 Ventures.
For us, our purpose is to really invest in the promising companies who can create breakthroughs in the technology side or in the business model to build a huge company to bring significant positive impact to the world. Through this process, we have demonstrated our capability by investing the top players, no matter in the AI sector or in the robotics or in the medtech and many other sectors. And we believe many of those companies will be arising from the China market.
There is no doubt in my mind that Prosperity7 Ventures will continue to grow with larger funds cutting across more stages. But the true legacy that we want to leave behind is a platform that is truly differentiated, that everybody in the ecosystem would want a chance to work with. It is our platform that allows us to keep our finger on the pulse, our eyes and ears on what's happening across various sectors. To me personally, Prosperity7 is a lot more than a fund. It's a lot more than a program. It is a vision for setting a truly differentiated platform, to be collaborative rather than competitive. Prosperity7 Ventures is exploring amongst many startups around the world, looking for that differentiated technology, business model, and team that will continue to bring prosperity to the world.